Hey YouTube, how are we all? Lego Leprechaun here, and go for another update again, another few months later. Um, so we're going to start as usual down the corner. We have a good few changes since the last update. Starting here, the Ghostbusters building was not here. It was up the other end of the city, but I was lucky to have gotten a few modulars. Someone close to me was selling them, and they were the old ones, so I was delighted. We'll come to it in a minute and I'll show you. But anyway, we're starting here in the corner, and we're starting with the usual in Arkham. Now, nothing has changed since the last update here on this because I've been kind of busy doing other stuff. A few little changes down here in the street, maybe with some of the vehicles and stuff like that. Since the Ghostbusters HQ has come in here, it's added a nice bit of height. So it kind of starts here with the height running through Arkham Asylum, and then running down here, as you can see, the tall aisle of buildings on the third row, which is great because it brings vision and height to the back of it as you walk along the front here to see what's there. You know, I'm noticing a few people that have done their cities, YouTubers online, and they're doing a fascinating job with different levels and different heights within their city. So I was thinking of taking on that maybe sometime. But anyway, so here it's the usual, just normal Brickbank HQ coming up. Busy street as normal. Coming down here now again, our first purchase of I got 3 mods, old ones, which I was delighted. One being the Grand Emporium. So we put that in place here, and then, which was the centre of the town, was the Assembly Square. But again, I managed to get the Town Hall, which is, to me, you know, like, I started late in Lego. A lot of people have these in their cities. I didn't, so I was very, very fortunate to get it. And with the park, I just kind of placed everything the same, but I do want to get some kind of a higher monument. So we just bring that element of whatever's in front of the town hall to be high and more, I suppose, square like, just to give it that kind of centre of attention, along with being the centre of the whole place, really, you know. So as usual, we have lots going on. The flash was one of my favourites, just running right up, and I was using the lights to kind of give that speed look, you know. It's coming up here. The park is the same. I love the Beatles, so I just done them as usual in a few different colours. Blue being the original, a black and yellow one there to have a Batman one, basically. Again, detail there. I love that Town Hall, love it, even though I know a lot of you have this, but to me it's just a new addition. I call this Superhero Alley back here, or Lane, whichever, being the fire station, Avengers Tower, the police station, and the Bat Cave in underneath the Bat House itself. So I'll come around to that in a minute. So back here to the front, and the usual busy street coming up, and my last modular that I got was the old fire station or brigade station or whatever, which is again a beauty. And these are on eBay, but they are, like, you know, a fortune if you want to purchase them, like, you know, because they're old and they're discontinued, like, or retired. So again, I was very fortunate to get them at a good price. They're expensive enough when I got the 3 of them all in one, but they weren't as expensive as what you'd get them online or eBay or any of them. I was lucky. And being in Ireland, I didn't ever think for a second that I would actually be able to get them here off somebody, which was no more than 5 miles away from me. Double Palace Cinema here as usual. Joker prowling the streets with Harley. My custom Chucky fig, and having a battle with the bin lorry man. He's running the wrong way, actually. He should be running this way away from Chucky. So we move on up here, and the newest one, or the newest addition is, which I just absolutely adore, is the Ninjago City. But guys, what I did with this is I bought a second one, which nearly broke the bank, and I had to build it in reverse. So we're talking a double bubble. It is very, very big. I absolutely love it. It broke my heart to build because when I was looking at the pages and the instructions, I literally had to put everything that was on the left on the right and vice versa. And there's a few different ways you could put it, but this is, to me, is the best way, because with the double house at the top, the quarters, we've got a sushi restaurant on the left. What I want to do is on this side, even though I still made it like a sushi restaurant, is making I suppose a kind of a bar maybe, you know. So we have slight differences with both of them. I was looking to see could I do comics and then put books and stuff like that, but I said what I'll do first is just build it, put it together, and then I can make small changes later, you know. A lot of work in it, alright, there's no doubt about it. And then we've got a kind of a Tokyo town here, or a Chinatown, but I'm more Japan, so I'd have it as a Tokyo town, like tuk-tuks and like a little bit of a market in front of it. Now, we see this layer here of, we say, a line of masonry brick. What I want to do is I want to get the same transparent water pieces, flat pieces, and put them on top of black inside the masonry brick there, which will bring the whole water around the Ninjago city. And then I'll just go in here. It's a little dark, but you go in here, and I built it back with the huts that came from the Jitsu temples, the fishing huts. I put 4 of them out here, and I've got the black down ready with a bit of green near the wall parts. So the black, as you know, with the Ninjago city, if you have it, it's representing depth. And I'll just get the transparent pieces. Now, saying that, when I say I get the transparent pieces, they're actually very, very hard. I can't get them on the Lego side. I can't find them. I'm seeing YouTubers all the time that are actually getting a hold of these on Bricklink, but again, I can't seem to get that here in Ireland. So if anyone knows how to get them, you might post a comment and let me know. I'd be very thankful. So again, this is, I suppose, the Japanese side of things taken over with Ninjago City, and then it breaks in here too. Japanese gardens. Now again, the last time I did an update here, guys, I had it as a residential area, and for some reason, and I even said in the last video that it wasn't really doing it for me. I know a lot of people have some lovely residential areas, they're absolutely fantastic, but it just, for me, it just wasn't doing it. I don't know. So when I saw the Ninjago temple, I thought, right, now it's time for kind of a Tokyo town or Japanese town or whatever kind of a look, and a small garden area, which is looking bigger than small, to be honest. At this stage I barely have room to actually place stuff. So I had another 4 of these temples I put together, so they're going to go up eventually on some bit of a height, which I did purchase lately on a deal from Smith's Toys, which is great. Was the ultimate weapon temple, and I love it. And the whole I suppose grey concrete look was just a pure draw for me to build it up on rock and height. Now the arch that you see in front, I want to have some kind of water coming out there. And what I did with it was I got 2 of them, and again, guys, you probably know from a lot of my stuff, I kind of build it, you know, I don't like so much open back. I like to actually have a modular look to what I do. So if you look at the side, I'll just put the camera around here. I'll come around the back of that in a minute. So what I did was I built the first part, the original of the instructions, and then totally built my own back on it. And now where it is there is not going to be permanently there. I want to move it somewhere else, maybe in the corner here. The railway I'd actually take apart, just get access to this at the moment, all the way down here. It's a bit of a mess. We've got a bit of bamboo in here, just to kind of give, again, that Japanese look. I'm just, again, up in a bit of a rumble as to what to do here, because these temples are big, and as you can see, I'm at the edge of the table here. So we'll come around here a bit and we'll give you a look at the back. It's a bit tight now, so forgive the camera jump. Okay, so that's the back of the temple, and the back here of the Jitsu temple I want to bring up to some height and have water coming out from the back of the Ninjago city and around the temples. and the waterfall, as you can see from the front of the Ultimate Weapon one coming out. So again, giving that kind of a Japanese corner to the city. Now I know if you look over to the far table, I've got a huge Japanese set up there, but again, that's 14th century Japan. This is more modern Tokyo Town Japan. So we're coming around here. This is just still empty at the moment. Everything really is the same down the back. I've got the carousel, as you can see, and the Ferris wheel. And I love the back here, right, of the Ninjago City or Ninjago City. I love that the detail is brilliant in this build. I absolutely love it. I was considering getting 4 of them, which would really break the bank. I wouldn't be able to get them straight away and putting them together. But if you did that, you would miss out on the water at the back and the little piers and stuff, and the detail, which I just love, with the lifts and the different levels. So I just left it open, and 2 was enough because they're expensive anyway. So if you can see from the top point, that's what we're looking at here, along and down. I'd like to bring the water maybe around the back there again of these. But again, this is just in the process. I'm still mind boggled with what I'm going to do here in this. So everything here's the same, guys. It's actually running down. The railway's the same. Behind the buildings is the same. It's tight in here now, so the detail isn't the best. As you can see, nothing has changed in this area since the last update. Again, guys, I find it's the time, you know. If I had more time, if I had 8 hours a day here, I'd make some serious changes. But you know yourself at work, it can take up a lot of your days within a week. If you're tired then and you come out and you try and focus your attention on your Lego, you can sometimes not create. There's just days where you just haven't got it. So yeah, this is coming to an end, guys. If you have any ideas or anything you'd like to mention, just mention in the comments below. I appreciate all feedback, and if you like or share or even subscribe, I'm much obliged, and thank you very much for doing so. Okay, so till the next update, Lego Leprechaun out. Thank you.